Hello students. Today in this session let us discuss about the another concept in module 3, which is discrete probability distribution. So what is discrete probability distribution is? So the first, before going to the definition of discrete probability distribution, we need to know what is a probability function. So probability function is usually denoted as P of xi. It is usually denoted as P of xi, which is the greater than or equal to 0. It means it should be a positive quantity, and sum of all the P of x values should be equal to 1. Then the function P of x is called as probability function. So try to understand, all the probability values of a random variable xi must be positive, that is greater than or equal to 0, and sum of all the probability values should sum to 1. So only then we say P of xi as a probability function. So in other words, we also call it as probability density function. So now let us see the definition of discrete probability distribution. So what is this discrete probability distribution is? If xi is a discrete random variable and the set of values xi comma p of xi is called finite probability distribution, p of x is called as a probability density function or probability mass function, where x is the discrete random variable. So so this is what is the xi comma p of xi together is called as a finite probability distribution. It means for every x there will be p of x. So once the sum of all the p of x values is equal to 1, then we call it as p of x as a probability density function. In other words, PDF, or we also call it as probability mass function, that is PMF. So that is, it can be written as f of x is equal to summation p of capital letter X less than or equal to x, which is equal to summation I varies from 1 to x p of xi. X being the integer is called as x is being the integer is called as the cumulative distribution function. So PDF and PDF is a probability density function and CDF is the cumulative distribution function. So what is the mean, variance and standard deviation of discrete probability distribution is? So the mean is usually denoted as mu, and which is defined here as summation I varies from xi into p of xi. So for I values, if I is equal to 1 to 5, then your mu will be equal to x1 into p of x1 plus x2 p of x2 plus x3 p of x3 plus x4 p of x4 plus xy p of x5. I takes the values from 1 to 5. That is what is the mean. Summation is sum of all the values. And variance is usually denoted by V, and here it is defined as summation I xi minus mu the whole square into p of xi. That is one way of defining. The other way is, it can also be defined as summation xi square into p of xi minus summation I xi into p of xi whole square. And we also know that the standard deviation is square root of variance. So sigma is equal to square root of V. That is standard deviation. So now let us understand the concepts better with the help of examples. So find the mean, variance and standard deviation of the probability distribution given by the following table. Xi value and P of xi value has been given. So look at that, xi values are given 5, 1 to 5, and probability distribution values are also given 5. So for every x there is a p of x. It has asked us to evaluate mean, variance and standard deviation. So we know the formula for mean, that is mu, is given by summation xi into p of xi. How many values of x has been given? Totally 5 values. So I takes the values from 1 to 5. So when I is equal to 1, you get the first one, that is x1 into p of x1 plus x2 p of x2 plus x3 p of x3 and so on. You will be writing up to x5 into p of x5. So x1, x2, x3 values have been given for us. Similarly, p of x1, p of x2, p of x3, p of x4, x5 are also given for us in the given table in the problem itself. Substitute and simplify, we get mu is equal to 2.5. That is the mean. And now we need to evaluate the variance. To evaluate the variance, you can use one of the two formulas given in the previous slide. So I'm going to make use of this formula. It is clear that xi minus mu the whole square into p of xi. Mu value just we have evaluated. X and p of x values are given in the table given there in the problem itself. So when I give a values for I as 1 to 5, x1 minus mu whole square into p of x1 plus x2 minus mu the whole square into p of x2. Likewise, x5 minus mu the whole square into p of x5. Substitute the respective values and mu value is 2.5. And substituting and simplifying, we get v is equal to 1.25. That is the variance. And now we need to evaluate the standard deviation. Sigma is given by square root of v. V is the variance. On substituting and simplifying, we get sigma is equal to 1.118. So this is how we need to evaluate the mean, variance and standard deviation for the given probability distribution. So now let us see another example. The probability distribution of a finite random variable x is given by the following table. Xi and p of xi values have been given here. What has been asked us to find? Find the value of k, mean and variance. We need to find what was k first, and then we have to find the mean and then the variance. And the second sub question is asked us to find p of x less than 1, x less than 1. Understand the question here. For what and all the values of x where x is less than 1, and when x lies between minus 1 and 2 and x is greater than minus 1. So try to understand these values so that we can get into the solution now. So now we know that p of x should be greater than 0. In the definition of probability function, while defining, we have observed the p of x values must be positive values. That is what we understood there. And let us recall that or use that to find out the value of k. And it is also known that sum of all the probability values should be equal to 1. So sum of p of x should be equal to 1. So now whatever the values of p of x given, take them and sum it. We get 4k plus 0.6 is equal to 1. On simplifying further, we get k is equal to 0.1. So now we have an answer to the first sub-question given in the problem, and now we have to move on to the second sub-question to find the mean, variance. So sorry, for the first sub-question, the next part. So mean value is mu, which is using the formula. You can evaluate our 0.4 plus 4k was given for us. You know the value of k, substitute, and you get the value of mu is equal to 0.8. This is another way. Straight away we can get the answer in few steps. And now variance is v, and given by the formula x minus mu the whole square into p of x over a summation. And I takes the values from 1 to 5, 1 to 6. So x1 minus mu whole square into p of x1, x2 minus mu whole square into p of x2. Likewise, x6 minus mu the whole square into p of x6. Substitute the respective values for x, mu and p of x. We get it simplifying. On simplifying, we get v is equal to 2.16. That was the first sub-question. And the second sub-question was asked us to evaluate p of x less than 1. So what are the values of x which are less than 1 in the given set of values? So what are the values have been given for us in the problem? So try to recall your problem. Look at the values given for us. So these are the values given: minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. It has asked us to evaluate p of x less than 1. So equal to 1 has been not asked. So only less than 1. What are the values of x less than 1 are 0, then minus 1, minus 2 are the values of x where x is less than 1. So only these values to be considered. So now let us go move further. So here p of x less than 1 is to be evaluated. So what are the values of x less than 1 are 2, minus 2 we have, minus 1 we have and 0 we have. The corresponding values of p is given in the same table, which is 0.1, k and 0.2. And we know the value of k, which is 0.1. and on simplifying we get which is equal to 0.4. And now the second sub question, the another thing which was asked us to find is p of x, where x lies between -1 and +2. So what are the values which are lying between -1 and 2? So they are 0, 1 and 2. So go back to your x values, identify the values of x which lies between -1 and 2 and p over m. So substitute the respective p of x values. These are all the respective p of x values, and substitute k is equal to 0.1 and simplify. We get p of -1 less than x less than or equal to 2 as 0.7. And the third sub question which was asked is evaluate p of x greater than -1. So what are the values of x which are greater than -1? 0, 1, 2 and 3. P, operate p on all the numbers. So the corresponding numbers given in the table, 2.2, 2k, 0.3 and k. And we know the value of k as 0.1. Substitute and simplify. We get the answer as 0.8. So this is how we need to evaluate the problems on discrete probability distribution. So try to understand the question properly first. What has been asked you to do it, and how best you can use the given data, so that you can find the solution in a easier steps.